Thanks for your support. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Rishi Sunak's branding. Now, this might sound like a trivial topic, but we thought it was worth talking about because, well, it's been so successful. Rishi has become a well-known and well-liked brand across the nation, and most bookies have him as favourite to be the next Prime Minister, above fellow Tories and Labour's Keir Starmer. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at Rishi's branding, why it's so much better than everyone else's, and what it says about British politics and his chances of finding himself in number 10. So if you're even remotely interested in British politics, you've probably seen some of Rishi Sunak's flashy policy announcements, with the now infamous Rishi Sunak signature on them. There was the Eat Out to Help Out one, the one for the cultural funding package, Levelling Up, and most recently the budget, which looked like some sort of trendy pop-up coffee startup. Now, you're probably already thinking that this is some pretty intense branding for British politics, which is usually a fairly low-budget affair.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned a blue wall a few minutes ago, and an orange force. You know what happens when a really powerful, strong orange force goes against a blue wall? Stand back. Let me show you.
But this is only the tip of the iceberg. Rishi Sunak has by far and away the slickest branding operation in Westminster at the moment. And it's not just snazzy policy announcements either. He's got an exceptionally well-polished Instagram, complete with photos of him hanging out with his dog, in casual cashmere hoodies, and even one of those 3 toast thingies. He's also got a meme-filled Twitter account, and a YouTube channel with outtakes and everything. Because it literally was. That was my personal, as I read it. I'm like, why am I reading it? And while Rishi's branding isn't perfect, if we're being picky, it's often a little cluttered, and it chops and changes a bit much for our liking, but it's still infinitely better than any other British politician, most of whom have frankly pretty terrible media operations. For example, former Health Secretary Matt Hancock's Matt Hancock app, which released in 2018 and looks like it was designed by a student in the early days of the internet. Or former Education Minister Gavin Williamson's Instagram, which includes some seriously Partridge-esque photos. And his stories aren't that much better either. And even the Prime Minister can't match Rishi's branding. For example, you'd never catch Rishi with something like this on his Insta. He'd go for something more suave, like, well, this one. Now, we should make completely clear here, we're not having a go at these other politicians. Frankly, there's something refreshingly honest about amateur media operations. We only mention them to show how advanced Sunak's branding is. It's literally miles ahead of anyone else in British politics. His branding has become so exceptional that Labour started attacking it when they ran this ad in September 2020. And last March, Keir Starmer took aim at Sunak's Instagram budget promotions.
I'm sure this budget will look better on Instagram. In fact, this week's PR video cost the taxpayer so much I was half expecting to see a line in the OBR forecast for it. But even the Chancellor's film crew will struggle to put a positive spin on this.
So, how did this happen? Sunak used to just be another MP. Just a few years ago, his Instagram was filled with grainy photos of him doing generically patriotic stuff, just like Gavin Williamson's now. Sunak's social media was apparently turned around by Kaz Horowitz, co-founder of marketing agency the Clerkenwell Brothers, who was appointed Special Advisor to the Treasury by Dominic Cummings back in April 2020. Cummings clearly thought that having someone in number 11 with a bit more media savvy was a good idea, and, well, he was probably right. Sunak's branding does seem to have worked. Despite making some controversial decisions as Chancellor, including scrapping the £20 universal credit uplift, Sunak is, according to YouGov data, the most popular politician in the UK, with a 36% approval rating and net approval of +3. For context, the second most popular politician is Boris Johnson, with 34% approval, but net approval of -10. And the most popular Labour politician is Andy Burnham, with a 31% approval rating and net approval of +15. While Keir Starmer, unfortunately for Labour, is at just 17%, with a net approval of -25. Sunak is also the most popular politician with
He could have
Conservative
viewers
Party
too.
members. A
Yeah,
poll from
get it
August
all
found
that
that
way.
31% of Conservative